time he'll keep. Tries to get the sideline, and he's brought down at the 40. Great open field tackle by Small.
Yeah, he's not easy to
slot. Hensley looks over the middle. That pass is complete to Strickland. Strickland breaks the tackle. Gets across mid.
They're clicking right now. They're clicking right now.
So you see that Chuck Fleischman replay, and all right, so LaRue picks up 14 on this run. You see on the Chuck Fleischman replay. And then bloop.
Yeah, I think the plan there is to let that go.
Hensley steps to his left, lets this one go. That pass is complete to Trent Strickland. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Anderson County.
Hensley gets the ball in the right spot.
Hensley is having an amazing game.
He surely is.
The left, setting up the option again, and look at Hensley go. He runs out of bounds.
Has adjusted to this option by widening that end and trying to get him in the pitch lane. And Hensley's just able to cut up inside. They're doing a good.
Hensley on 2nd and goal at the 8. Hensley throws this football to Trent Strickland. But right now, without the extra point, the Mavericks have outscored the Green Devils 20-0 in the second half.
I think we saw tonight this Anderson County team responded. Really a nice win for the Anderson County team.
I'll tell you another thing. We made jokes. I said, hey, if you're going to win a state championship, get it now because Alcoa is going to be in your region next year.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, a team like Anderson County can play with Alcoa. If they played like right now, I don't know if
what he's going to do. And
live. Welcome back to the Davey Gillum Show. We're live here tonight at Universal Pizza out here on the Maverick Boulevard for a special semifinal version of the Davey Gillum Show. We're joined tonight by head football coach Davey Gillum. Coach, thanks so much for taking time out of your day. It's been a busy week.
Yeah,
no school this week, but still.
Maybe busier than ever, though.
Put more hours in this week than normally.
Yeah,
no
it's a big
school.
week.
It's a big week. Semifinals. First and foremost, congratulations again. Second time in the last 4 years, 2 years that we made it to the semifinals.
Big deal right there.
Again,
huge landmark for our program.
Yeah.
You know, to get where we've been trying to go, where you're in a state championship 2 years ago, quarterfinals last year,
yeah.
semis this year,
yeah.
and, you know, hoping to go further. But to stay that high that long,
yeah.
it's not easy to do.
No, it's not. And again, congratulations on beating Greenville. We've been battling with those guys since 2017, and it's been a physical matchup. It's been a chess match, a great game. Great athletes have gone through both programs in that game right there, and they have memorable games for the rest of their life.
Yeah, it's become an Alabama-Georgia type game for our level in our area,
yeah.
where you both have done what it takes to say you're the two best teams in East Tennessee in 4A.
Yeah.
And they won 2 back in 17 and 18, and it's been hard for them to get back because of us in E-Town.
Yeah.
But
right.
We've really had to climb and ascend to get where they're at.
Yeah.
That's a great community, great program. I don't know why, but just huge kids there.
I'll tell you what, they got some big ones.
And it's not 1 year. I mean, we've been playing for almost a decade now.
Every time they get off the bus, I'm thinking, goodness
6'4" to 6'6", 300, 350 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's muscled up, every position. So they do a great job there. Great program, well coached, disciplined.
Does a great job. Their staff does a great job.
Similar. Sure. I mean, they're not Alcoa. Alcoa is the most historic program in Tennessee history. But outside of them, they win state championships in basketball and softball and baseball and soccer. Everything. So it's a great community. They take a lot of pride in everything they do. But football's top of the food chain for them. So it's been a huge game over the years. I'm thrilled with the progress we've made to climb where we were favored in the game. I was a little surprised at that.
Right.
But where we're winning those games as much as we're losing them now, and that's a big deal. But a great program, great players on the field, like you said. I think in 18 they had 9 Division I players on the field.
Yes, some of them still playing today. I think I saw.
Yeah.
I think Cameron Height, I think, was playing this weekend. I saw.
That team right there. One of the best physically gifted teams I've seen in my lifetime in East Tennessee.
Yeah.
We didn't know anything about them at that point, but we felt like the team we had was a state championship caliber team. It just so happens we ran into maybe the best team.
What a battle that was. What a great night. If Maverick fans were there, they remember it was a historic night. A lot of things happened that night that people will remember for a long time. Coach, let's go to the crowd is one thing I want to talk about.
Yeah.
The atmosphere Friday night, again, we say it every time. We say it every time, and we'll continue to say it because they best themselves each week.
Yeah.
Every time I think that's the best Maverick crowd I've ever seen, the loudest crowd I've ever heard, they do it again. And last Friday night was the loudest I've ever heard it.
It was, last year at Greenville they had a loud crowd.
Yeah.
And then they went out of their way to do some things with flashing headlights in the end zone while we're trying to score and setting people in our stands and sending the police to take our air horns away. Just a lot of things to get at each other, that kind of thing. But I want to shout out to Coach Boynton and Andrea Russell, and I think Tabitha. They all did everything they could social media wise to kind of rally the troops and make sure that
something about there were some cowbells out there. I don't know where those came
Mike
from.
Malacote and
we know exactly where they came from.
Mr. St. John handed out 200 cowbells Friday night.
Yes,
and
they did. And I heard every one of them. For the next 2 days, I think I heard those.
You know, everybody always talks about what an atmosphere. Everybody likes playing at Anderson County.
Yeah.
Even if it gets the best of you and you lose, those opposing teams, it's a good memory for their kids and their community to come in and just see the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But Greenville's played in some big ones, but their coaches said after the game they've never experienced anything like that. It was overwhelming. I couldn't hear on my headset. It was hard to communicate with coaches. Greenville's players and coaches had trouble communicating on the field.
On the other side of the field, they were having communication problems over there.
The crowd was the loudest I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah.
And it was from the get-go, from the time the lights went out and the boys ran out to the victory formation at the end. Just unbelievable crowd, great atmosphere, something our kids and our community can talk about the rest of their life.
For the rest of their life. That's what it's about. Maverick memories, Maverick moments. We talk about those all the time. We talk about those with the kids, and they're certainly part of the community and the coaching staff and everybody, all the fans, everybody that's a part of it. They get those Maverick moments, and they're forever.
We do try and specialize, and that's one of the things in building the program about making memories for the young men and the community and things like that. But among everything else we do, Friday was special.
Oh yeah.
You know, we've had a lot of big time games this week from Powell to West and Bearden and that kind of thing. But Friday night, Greenville's fan base is no slouch. It's as good as it gets. So they came and it was just a packed house. A lot of people from a lot of places came to watch.
Yeah.
It's a high profile game. A lot of people have been waiting all good. Just unbelievable, that kind of thing. So
that was a lot of fun.
Big time game, fun to be a part of. So thankful for the program that and our coaching staff that we've all worked so hard for so long to build, and the community base and where we're at right now. Just thankful to be a part of it, but really pleased with where we're at.
The fans, Coach, they turned out in great numbers. The student section was wild. I think they beat this metal sign to pulp up there in the student section. This metal sign they banged on, and it was to death.
It was so loud that the air horns that are typically overwhelming, I couldn't even hear them for the band, metal and the cowbells.
Band played all night. They played all night, and you could hardly hear them because all of the other noise. But the band was really hitting it all night. They were doing a great job back there too.
Yeah, it was a magical night.
Yeah, no doubt. Coach, I can't wait to get to some highlights. I'm excited to see those right there. I know we got some coming up. Some highlights from the game. Let's start off on defense right here.
Yeah, so we get them in third and long, and third and long is one of our specialties. Coach Shadwell and Coach Lambert got a lot of exotic packages, so we bring some zone pressures here and delay it, and they don't really know how to pick it up. Yeah, we had him and Gabe St. John both had multiple sacks on the night as defensive backs.
Guys later tonight, we'll have them on the show.
Cody Miller had a big night. Had a big hit late in the game.
I can't wait to watch it. I know it's on here.
But those top plays are huge. There's going to be times in these games, where you get one-on-one tackles. You make the play, they're off the field. You don't, they score. So back here we go. Another pressure. They do a good job spying the screen. Quarterback has to hold it. Yeah, Crumpley had several sacks.
Play that night.
Fumble recovery.
Great job. Number 54 is a giant human being too, and Crumpley got around him and ended up making that play for us right there.
So
it fits on the outside.
Coach Shadwell, Coach Lambert did a good job scheming. Super aggressive on defense.
Yeah.
We brought movement, and you see big Eli Dorton there spilling the kick block, knocking it outside to our DBs.
Easy small up in there.
One of the best things that's helped our D lately is big Eli Dorton's gotten in on defense, played defensive end, and he has been awesome.
Squeezing it down, eyes on
big
the
Luke
play.
Carroll filling that thing up. Luke had a big game.
On the show later too. It's going to be really good.
So you're going to see right there, Dorton, he's a smart guy. He's got a peel on the running back right here.
Stephen Powers with the sack. Yeah. He'll be on the show later.
Powers had a big game.
Yeah.
You see Dorton running down the sideline right there, 6'5", 300, chasing the tailback.
That's a great sight. I know he'd be proud to see that.
So again, Taylor Davis.
Inside zone. Taylor Davis off the edge, not having any.
Great job.
Great play.
You know, it's been a while, but you know, by the end of the game, they were really beat up. They took some shots Friday night, and it was things just like that where we're bringing people, kids are coming in, hitting them, making plays.
Trent Strickland.
I mean, it was over and over.
Oh, great pick right here, Evan Pyatt.
Yeah, Evan Pyatt has been lights out all season at corner. There's some of the plays he makes that are almost like teach tape. He's stacking the receiver, leaning on him, then they're just outrunning him, outfighting him for the ball.
Quarterback had to get rid of it right there and get it up. And
you see Riley Wolfenbarger over there too. Those guys have been zeroed up all year.
Oh yeah.
Giving up maybe 1 or 2 balls.
Really good. Really good.
No, and there's Cody Miller on the shuffle pass. On the sideline, I thought this was going to be a big play, and Cody just trucks him.
Oh my gosh, what a huge hit.
He got up slow on this one.
That's a rugby tackle there. That's how they teach it up there.
He felt that one.
Right in the ribs. Great play. Love it, love it.
And then we got St. John right there if he hadn't.
Yeah.
St. John's another one, man. He's just got a good motor, plays hard.
Yes, sir.
Here's Logan Crumpley and St. John with a sack, big 10-yard loss.
Yeah. They just unable to block them. They're so fast.
And the thing is if you get them in obvious passing situations, that's not their strength. The pass pro part, and then Coach Shower, Coach Lambert did a good job of bringing stunts and blitzes that they're just not ready for. Offensively, we had a big night. You can see that throw right there.
We talked about him earlier. What a great catch in traffic.
Then right here, you got to see Landon going through 3 reads, working from left all the way back to right, and then delivering a dime between 3 people, and Evan making a big catch. Then we got a trap block by big Luke Carroll. He crushed the defensive end. You just see 65 flying out of there. Unfortunately, we didn't get a good shot.
That's a find in the NFL right there. That tackle.
Yeah, well, if you land on the Greenville sideline, they've got different. There's a few cheap shots landed over there. OL pass pro was good all night. Great throw. Unbelievable
concentration. Looking over his left shoulder, goes back over his right, makes a great catch.
Yeah.
That was early in the game, too. That was a big play. Got us going right there. Really good. Really good.
You're going to see Trent here on catching a little bubble pass, fast screen.
And then just racehorse down the side.
You know, that right there, is as small as that is, you don't see that against Greenville. We haven't seen that in our 10-year history with them, where we just throw it and we get a guy that makes 1 or 2 people miss in open space and then about outruns them.
So Landon pulls one back and then throws
pump fakes, pulls it back in, and then fires it downfield.
Safety off the hash with the pump, and then hits it right down the middle.
Good pass pro.
There.
Steps up in there.
Yes, really good.
Good design by offensive staff. Offensive staff did a great job Friday night. Here we go. We saw man pressure. They go straight to one of our man beaters. They think they're going to peel on LaRue, just ain't quite fast enough to get it done. Landon makes a great throw, puts it over his head. You know, a good 15, 20-yard gain.
Love it.
And they did a good job of getting Waylon involved early in the game, even when the run game wasn't going yet. Here we got another dart by Landon and a big catch by Riley Wolfenbarger. Riley had a big night.
Yeah, he did. Touchdown pass later in the game. Run by Hensley right there, another 10-yard gain. Just did it all night. When you needed him to do it, he did it. Got down, didn't take a shot. Got down, got some great gains right there. And then comes right back with Riley Wolfenbarger.
Great throw. Yeah.
Great pass, great play call, and great execution.
Yeah, a little bit of a compressed set to get him in tight.
Look at that pocket.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, I was pleased with the OL all night. Here you see Taylor Davis wrong arming a block, spilling it out to Izzy Smalls, and another one of those one-on-one tackles with a great ball carrier right there.
Yes.
Lassos him down. But you can see people getting to the ball.
Great job.
Here we are. Trent Strickland on a 10-yard out man. He's hard to tackle. Turns a 10-yard into a 20-something yard. Great throw, great catch. Another good call. Good pass pro by the OL. Izzy blocking downfield. Great effort, great total team effort Friday night.
Coach, this is a new wrinkle.
Speed option.
New wrinkle right there.
Good job by Landon. He scared me to death on these pitches because he never even looked at Waylon while he's doing it, but he was
Coach,
spot on.
We broke the down marker right there on that play. That play is a $4,000 play.
Yeah. So here we are on a 4th and short, really to seal the game, to go up in the game.
So good.
But it's 4th and short. We called a timeout and called a play what I thought would be an easy 5-yard gain because they had a backup corner. Showed a lot of guts from the quarterback not taking the 5-yarder and going for the home run. It scared me originally, but great throw and catch.
Another great play.
We ran speed option Friday, probably more we have all season. Got us going.
Mr. Downs makes a great tackle right here. He gets this good. He gets a tackle on this, unassisted, I think.
So the speed option was big in getting us our run game going horizontally. Here we go, another to seal the game right here.
Winner.
They were loading the box. We sprint out, and they're in man-to-man. Run a little rub route. Great throw and catch by Landon and Trent there.
Boy, that's just top-notch. Really great right there.
Great night.
End of the game fireworks right there. Doing a great job right there. Coach Russ Gillum, again, spectacular intro.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can keep doing better than they do, but they do.
Yeah, it was maybe the best we've seen.
Yeah.
In a Moog up on the Jumbotron did a great job. He puts a lot of time into
he did a great
graphics and
some
the
ACDC
blackout.
And the blackout went right along with the jerseys and the crowd.
So many people take pride in our Friday nights and make it special.
Yeah.
It's a lot bigger than me and you. And even just football. There's a lot going on from the band to cheer to dance. And everybody does a fabulous job. And you really love when the student section is taking pride in what they're doing. And then when just the community and parents are getting into it with the cowbells and everything. It was a special night. Boys played well. Again, Greenville's a good team. Physically, maybe the best in Tennessee. I think Friday night we outplayed them as far as I think my defensive staff, Coach Lambert and Coach Chadwell and Sloan and company, I think they outcoached them. I think they had a great plan, and then the kids executed almost flawlessly. They got a score in the first, a couple of scores in the first half. Some of the things about the pressures and different movements we do changes responsibilities from play to play. Who's got dive, who's got quarterback, those type of things. I think in the mix of that early, we left the quarterback a couple of times. And sometimes that happens.
Sure.
But as the game went on, everybody stayed in, got their responsibilities, and really at the end of the game, they struggled to get any positive momentum at all. So as the game went on, it was less and less in doubt. Defensively, defense took more and more control of that game. Us winning was not a fluke. They would have to go back to the drawing board and play a whole season a whole different way before I would feel uncomfortable with the way that game was going. And then offensively, same. I think we knew going into the season what we were going to see round 3, and we spent the season being balanced. A good run game, a good pass game, a diverse run game that can run inside, outside. Have a lot of different options. A good screen game, a good quick game, a good vertical passing game, and Coach St. Clair, Coach Branch, and Ford, and Moog, those guys, Coach Greg, have done a great job and called a great game.
Coach, all season, you talked about it just a minute ago, touched on it about being balanced and preparing week to week for that week 3 game, because you knew it was coming, you knew it was going to be there. It's there every year. Talk about that a little bit. If you know something like that's out in the future right there, not looking ahead, not getting your kids to look ahead, but you got to look ahead as a coach, and you got to get your staff to see ahead, not just what we're doing right now.
It is, we tell the kids that all year.
Every game's important. Every week's important.
When you play a game like Powell and Bearden,
get you ready for those.
It does, but both of them teams are different. Both of them are great. Knox West is great. You don't get to choose what it takes to win.
Yeah.
You're not going to run the ball against Knox West.
Right.
You know,
No, you're not.
Not consistently.
Right.
You're just going to sit there and go at them. So, you know, you've got to be able to, whether
Get the ball on the perimeter.
Get the ball on the perimeter, some passing game, quarterbacks are not running. You're going to have to do different things to
get their eyes going different ways.
And just to attack their weaknesses. And then, you know, a Knox Powell's different, a Bearden's different.
Yeah.
And to be a good team and have the capability of getting where we're at right now, you got to be able to win a multitude of ways, you know. And so we've played teams like a Powell and Bearden, which are super athletic, super explosive, and defensively found a way to shut them down or slow them down early and find a way to get out of there. And then offensively, we found ways to generate points and score. So I like where we're at. I like the fact that we know any given week we're never going to see anybody that's just going to outmatch us where we don't have a puncher's chance. And a lot of that goes back to the kids. You know, you can't always be extremely balanced, you know, if you don't have good players. So our O-line has progressed every single week. I think, you know, 4 new starters on the OL this year. So going into the year, we knew that would be slower than we wanted.
And those guys have gelled.
And now they're to the point where they're gelling and dominating. You know, you saw those clips right there of Landon. And, you know, really the last 3 weeks, it's almost like been past Skelly for him. He's been comfortable. When we can get him comfortable, he throws the ball as good as anybody can. I mean, he throws darts just right where it needs to be, right when it needs to be there. And then our receivers are good, you know. So all those things together, and then the other thing we did Friday night that we really haven't been able to do the whole, even 22 when we beat Greenville handily, 35-14, something like that. Yeah, could have been worse that night. I think I called a reverse on the goal line, fumbled, and then I think I called a trick play the other night about the score, and we fumbled it too. Maybe I should have learned my lesson. But we did get a run game going Friday night.
Sure.
And Wayland did some things in the run game that was special. It didn't show up huge on the stat sheet, but
100 yards rushing, but still a great 100 yards. Really,
so whether it was a speed option or just outside zone, the safety was free. And he's doing what they've always done. He's sitting downhill, ready to make that tackle. And just couldn't match Wayland's speed and twitchiness. And you know, whether it's there's probably 5 or 6 third and short, 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 5 plays in the course of that game that really kept drives going, where Wayland's out there one-on-one and gets the 3 to 7 yards we need just by being crazy fast. You know,
he is.
And the kid knew it was coming, and just that's how fast he is. He's
on your
twitchy.
toes. He's on your toes. I'm back there with him at the DB drills during practice, and Wayland gets on your toes so fast. I can't even get out of his way. He's so fast.
We weren't able to generate a vertical run game. They got 2 massive DTs. Range huge. Anywhere from 6'2" to 315 to 6'4", 350. And I did feel going into the game, if we were able to get a vertical run game, that, you know, we would score a lot of points, because then the whole field's open to us. We did spend a little time early trying to see if we could make that happen. Didn't work, but we were able, especially with our big tackle Dorton and Hill, using their weight against him on the DTs, going horizontal and using Wayland's speed. We did a good job winning at the tackle positions, getting Wayland to that next level, and then him making people miss and just outrunning people. Receivers blocked good all night. I don't think we had any holding calls.
You know, the officials did a great job. I felt like they managed the game well. Like I mean, they didn't get involved with the throwing 10, 15 flags on anybody.
You prefer it that way. We can go back, and we've seen 5 or 6 clips where the late hit, doing
just
this and that.
It's a physical football game, and we let everybody be physical and play ball.
At the end of the day, you'd rather, you know, them not be involved in in the outcome of the game. So very few penalties, pretty clean game.
Yep.
But I was super proud of the kids. O-line was awesome. I like where we're at. But the way the kids executed the game plan on both sides was special. Because Greenville physically is about as good as it gets.
They are.
You know, their DL is awesome. Their linebackers are awesome. DBs. Then you go to offense, it's the same way.
Yep.
So you're not just going to line up and out muscle them or just be better than them. You got to be a complete team. Your guys got to use their technique on OL.
Yeah.
Your receivers got to run good routes, be spaced good timing, and then the quarterback's got to
deliver.
He's got to make good reads and be on time, see what he's got, and then deliver on time. And not only did they do it, they did it play after play after play. Great performance. The product we put on the field last Friday night was about as proud as I've been in a performance by a team.
Awesome.
Good job.
Coach, we got some players back here. I don't know if they're finished eating or not. We'll bring them up here in just a few minutes. We're going to take our first break. We're live here at Universal Pizza out here on the Maverick Boulevard. If you haven't eaten supper yet, come on out here and join us. We'll be right back on the Davey Gillum Show.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Maverick Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Maverick has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team you can rely on. Ray Varner Ford and Clinton's strong lineup of vehicles is crafted with the same dedication and hard work that drives our community. Experience quality and value in this pre-owned 2020 Lincoln Nautilus Reserve, $29,946. Pre-owned 2024 Ford Maverick, $39,990. 2023 Ford Expedition Platinum 4x4, $67,970. Local you trust, pre-owned vehicles you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
I hope you get it, but if not, hey. We're live back here on the Davey Gillum Show at Universal Pizza out here on the Maverick Boulevard. Come on out here tonight and get some pizza. You'll see Mr. Football candidate Waylon LaRue. He's joined us tonight right there. Waylon, I know awards they're not what you're after right there. You don't chase those things. You're after that team award where we hold that gold ball up again, right?
Yeah.
Would be nice to celebrate a Mr. Football finalist right there. We want that for you, but I know that's not what you're about.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool, and it's a good opportunity, but,
at the same time, that's not what the goal is at the end of the day. The goal is to win another state championship and, go out and celebrate with my guys for the last time for being in high school.
Yeah. You talk about the guys. Talk about the guys up front, the big boys up front that are doing some special stuff. And we've been talking about it all year, Waylon. I think you're almost at 2,000 yards rushing.
Yeah.
And missing a game, too. We haven't played 13 games. We've played 11. Until we played 12. And so you've almost to 2,000 yards in 12 games. Congratulations on that. It's a special,
I appreciate it.
Special season.
Yeah, like you're saying, with that many yards, you got to look up and see, who's his offensive line. And that offensive line is very well coached, and they're extremely physical, and those guys come to play. I mean, I remember in the Greenville game, Luke Carroll just absolutely pulled and killed somebody, and I just heard him screaming, like, those guys they want to hit you. They're physical. So all 5 of them up front, they're great, and they're good. They're great teammates of mine, and they're unbelievable. I mean, it's like every time you're trying to go through there's 3 different holes you can pick through. It's just which one's going to get you to the end zone. So.
Back here eating big too, right?
Yeah, they are.
They're behind us eating big. We'll see a couple of those big guys here in just a few minutes after they finish eating, of course. We don't want to get in the way of that.
Yeah.
You don't want to put your hands near those guys when they're eating, right?
No, they might get mad.
That's great. So, well, I always want to know this. Do you see that hole open up when you get the ball, when we hand you the ball or we pitch you the ball, you see that seam open up, or is it just you get the ball and it's a natural thing for you know where to go?
Honestly, it's just kind of like maneuvering around, seeing where I can, bend back or push my path to, and then, see if there's something backside that I can go through, or just, the whole way there sometimes you just have to put your head down and go right through the person, or just, honestly, like I was saying, offensive line, sometimes there's 2 or 3 holes that are open, but there might be guys standing in the gaps where they're at, linebackers or safeties, so you got to pick one that doesn't have one there, which is what Coach Gillum's helped me and harped me on, and
being patient.
Yeah, being patient and then going through.
Because you're quick enough to be patient and still see it and get in it.
Yeah.
So let the play develop and filter out, find the seam and get up in there.
Yeah, and sometimes, I'd say about 45% of the time, the holes that you're supposed to hit sometimes ain't, ain't there. So you're going to have to make your own, or there's one, like I was saying, there's a backside one that you never would have thought there had been there. So you got to have great vision, and thankfully, I feel like I have, okay vision. I have decent vision.
How about those pitches from Landon the other night?
Those were nasty. I didn't even know if he was going to pitch them sometimes. He no-looked him like 3 or 4 times. I was like, is he going to run it, or is he going to,
Came out there all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know. And Landon, that's another thing. Landon's phenomenal. He gets the right reads. He does what he's supposed to do. And it's a lot easier having a quarterback back there that's been able to control the offense. And he's so smooth, and he's so calm, too. Like, I just don't know how he does it.
Yeah. What about receiving, Brandon? We know you can rush the football. Your receiving yards, I think you're almost 300 receiving yards, too. There again, Landon delivers balls out there to you, and you catch them and make something happen with them.
Yeah, like I was saying, back to Landon, he knows where to place the balls. He can back shoulder you. He can lead you on.
Yeah, throw it high where you got to really jump up there.
He puts it right on your chest. I mean, it's rare for Landon to throw a bad ball to you, and if he does, he's just like, oh, well, it's just one bad play. But Landon, I think he's been lights out all year, in my opinion. Best quarterback I've seen.
Some of my favorite stuff is in practice when he overthrows you, and you're just looking at him like, hey, I'm 5'9" here. You can't throw it up there at 8 feet when you jump up there and get it. So it's kind of fun for me to see that. I think I saw one today.
Yeah, and what I like about me and Landon is, since we're back there together, I feel like we have really good chemistry because, we're around each other all the time. So it feels like, he's been here just this year, but it feels like he's been here, or a part of my life, the whole time. So
that's the special thing about Anderson County.
Yeah, it is.
We transfer students each and every year, and they blend in, and they're a family, and they have a great experience, and it's a lot of fun to watch you guys mesh and become great friends. And it's like you've been together your whole life when you really just known somebody 6-8 months.
I know, and like I was saying,
it's another standard in our thing to make sure we treat each other right and make sure our teammates care about each other and do things together. And something that you do very well. You've led your football team at a very high level, and I can't thank you enough for the 4 years. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. Your 4 years, the leadership that you've displayed this year. Talk about that, how you transitioned from a junior year. You had a great junior year, a solid junior year. You go out for track for the first time and have unreal success, great success. You practiced hard, you worked hard. You were an all-state track runner right there. You're going to have your picture on the Wall of Fame down there in the auditorium for that. Yeah. And hopefully you will have your picture on the wall for football all-state as well. It'd be a two-time. There's not many of those. There are a few of those out there, but not many of them out on that Wall of Fame.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Talk about that transition first, when you go from football to track and how your confidence built as you saw exactly how fast you were against some of the people that are around us in the
last year, I was more predominantly a defensive guy. I took my role on. I had guys in front of me like Gavin O and Nick Moog and stuff. I was learning from them up to now, and obviously I think that's helped out a lot. Learning from Nick and Gavin. I was more close to Nick than I was Gavin, but Nick's taught me a lot. And then going into track, I wanted to try it out because I feel like I'd been okay at it. I just wanted to give it a shot, see if I liked it or not. I ended up loving it. Track's very fun, and I appreciate my coaches, and I appreciate my dad too. My dad's really pushed me to a point to where he shows me if I want something, I'm gonna have to work my tail off for it. And he's that goes into life. If I really want something, if I want a job, or if, I got to take care of my kids. My dad's been able to show me that. He's pushed me to my limits, and we used to work out almost every day. And we go to the field and run.
I remember getting in the weight room.
Credit to my dad for that. He showed me that you got to work for stuff that you want. And then going into this year, nothing was even a talk of I don't remember anybody talking about us trying to go back and make a run at state championship.
Right.
We as seniors was talking about it, and we've kind of had like this chip on our shoulder. Everybody kind of doubted us a little bit. Well, not really doubt, but just didn't think much of us. Like, didn't think we were going to be this special because we had 9 out of 11 new starters on this football team.
Right.
And it's understandable because you usually don't see 9 new starters, but from what I've seen out of this team, has been tremendous leadership out of most people, out of all the seniors, like Cody Miller, Landon Hensley, Trent Strickland, all those guys. Ty Murphy, unbelievable leadership out of those guys, and I'm thankful to have those guys on my team, and especially Taylor Davis, another guy who's extremely just his mindset's insane. It's unbelievable.
Two quick questions for you. One is your brother. We talked about him before, how special it is to get to play with your brother. You are the last class at Anderson County High School to experience the state championship. Okay, your brother, this is his first year, his first season with us. How special would it be to be at a state championship with your brother?
Man, that'd be awesome if we can get a gold ball, because that's something we can talk about for the rest of our lives as a family. family gatherings in the future and with our own families. And,
you think that might make it? You think that might make a trip from the school to your house for a celebration if that happens?
No doubt, and that'd be awesome.
Secondly, Waylon, the big question is it's on everybody's mind. They've all talked about it. Everybody keeps mentioning it. It's not on your mind, I'm sure, but I'm going to mention it. The grass. We're going to play on real grass on Friday. I know cows eat real grass, bulls, they eat real grass. They're not scared of real grass. But the word is that we haven't played on real grass, and that's not that's not exactly true. We were on grass a couple of times this summer. All right, what's the difference in grass and turf?
I honestly, in my opinion, I don't see much of a difference, but if you want to be technical about it, I guess it can make you move a little slower because of the mud and the grass. It might get with cleats and stuff, but honestly, personally, I don't see a difference.
I was checking. You got about 5 pair of cleats in your
I got like 3 or 4.
You got a special pair for grass?
I think I got these black cleats that I might wear.
I think I saw those in there. They're a little shiny. Looking good. Ready to go. Waylon, we appreciate you taking time out tonight. I'm going to let you go back there and congratulate your teammates again and get off to the basketball game tonight. We're playing Powell. I know you want to go by there and visit with those guys. I'm going to let you go. We'll be right back on the Davey Gillum Show. I got a few more guests coming right up, and we'll see you in just a few minutes. All right, good job.
For years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Maverick Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Maverick has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team you can rely on. Ray Varner Ford and Clinton's strong lineup of vehicles is crafted with the same dedication and hard work that drives our community. Experience quality and value in this pre-owned 2020 Lincoln Nautilus Reserve, $29,946. Pre-owned 2024 Ford Maverick, $39,990. 2023 Ford Expedition Platinum 4x4, $67,970. Local you trust, pre-owned vehicles you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
All right, we're back on the Davey Gillum Show. We're live at Universal Pizza out here on the Maverick Boulevard. I got these guys away from the buffet back there. They were chowing down. I finally got them up here. We're joined tonight by Senior Luke Carroll, Senior Jeremy Hall, and Senior Stephen Powers. Gentlemen, first and foremost, congratulations on a big quarterfinal win. You know, we've only beaten those guys one other time since 2017. It was a battle. It was a lot of fun to watch. It was a great fun in 2022 to beat them. And another memorable night for us, one for me too, as you take them down again. They're a great football team. They're very physical. They're very well coached, but you got the win right there, Luke. Tell us a little bit about the win on Friday night. How'd you feel about that? Your first time going against Greenville.
Want to know?
You heard about it, but you got to be in it.
I mean, I remember when I first came here, spring, obviously January, we're going week by week, and I see our D-line coach slam Greenville something. I don't know what he was, the devil on a table. I'll have to find that clip. So I have it somewhere, but
I think that was one of the motivational clips.
Yeah, that was my first week here. I was like, all right, this is my team right here.
We had a little WWE on one of the strength comedy routines we did right there. It was a little wrestling thing there. I think that was fun. What else did we do there? I think we had a pizza. What was it, a pie?
We had an ice cream eating contest.
Ice cream eating contest.
Won that.
And somebody got slammed into a table and broke it.
And then there was an actual wrestling match.
Friday Gibbs Eagle. There was all kinds of fun stuff we did there. That's a lot of fun in the off season right there. Jeremy, tell us about, this is your second time playing Greenville right there. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I was glad to get back on them because we lost last year to them.
Yeah.
And it was a
dogfight last year too.
It was. It came down to the end.
Yeah.
They got a few lucky plays with like their fake punts.
The fake punt was a great call on their part. Yeah.
And then, but they were big, but we just kind of outworked them.
Yeah. Got done. Stephen Powers, again, first start against Greenville right there. You got it the other night. I know you've been dreaming of that, getting that opportunity.
Yes,
got out there and got to play the whole game.
Yep. First start against Greenville. Got to play him last year. Didn't get to start, but got to play. And but being able to beat them by 14, 2 scores. Is
in a third round
good.
playoff game. Yeah, we're going to talk about Maverick moments in just a minute. Steve, what about that crowd?
Yeah,
will you ever forget it?
The atmosphere was crazy.
Yeah.
The band playing. I love our band.
Yeah.
And then just all the fans.
Yeah.
It's loud.
Those cowbells, did you hear those?
Yeah.
Like the next day when
every one of
cowbells?
them.
Can y'all hear those out on the field?
I can hear every one of them.
100%.
I zone it out usually.
I can't hear myself. I remember it was we stopped them for the second time first half. And you can't hear yourself think. You had all the horns going, the cowbells going, the band going. You're like, man, I don't know how they're going to hear the snap.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, on the sideline I could hear it all, but on the field I couldn't. I didn't pay attention to it.
All right, we're up to your favorite moment here. Tell us about your Maverick moment. What's your favorite night from last Friday night?
It's about third play in. We had a little trap scheme and let them know we were going to be here all night.
Yeah? That was a big block. I remember that. I think we saw some video of it just a minute ago. Coach Gillum pointed it out. Jeremy?
I went up the backer and got number 20 and jumped like 15 yards and laid on him.
We saw that on the highlights as well. Give it to us, Steve. We all know what you're going to say. We saw it on
probably my sack.
The sack.
First solo sack of the year.
And what couldn't come at a better time.
Yeah, I think we were down 7 at the time.
Yes.
And it was on third down. So
big play,
it was a good
down.
stop. But it was probably my first solo sack.
Yeah, unbelievable. So much fun right there. So much fun. Luke, what do you know about Macon County? We haven't been there before. Anderson County's never played there. This is going to be our first trip down there. I know it's exciting for all y'all to be in the quarterfinals. First time in the quarterfinals. Congratulations. These guys have been in the quarters, the semis. These guys have been in the semis. Your first time in the quarters, and now your first time in the semis.
I mean, they're
special.
Yeah, it's just their kind of play style. We don't see a whole lot, especially teams we play. And I think we'll just kind of air it out. It's kind of our plan. Yeah. We'll let them know we're airing it out, and we're gonna throw it on them.
Okay. All right, Jeremy.
Yeah, we haven't seen their offense much before because they do a lot of spread and wing tee.
Yeah.
So it's awkward.
Yeah.
But if we stop the run, they won't know what to do.
Okay. Steven.
Like Jeremy said, I think when we stop the run, they can't do anything else. Our corners have been really good this year.
Got some fast players do, right? Big up front.
We've had a pick in every game.
Yeah.
And even against Greenville, when they don't run the ball, we got a pick. So I think as long as our defense holds up, we'll be okay.
Awesome. Guys, again, got a big basketball game going on tonight over there. You guys heading over to watch Anderson County and Powell?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Well, I'm going to be sure and get you over there for it. Guys, thanks so much for taking time out of your day. Tomorrow's a great practice day right there, and then Thursday. What's special about Thursday? Well, Thursday we're all having Thanksgiving breakfast together right there, and that'll be fun as we meet as a Maverick family right there at 8 o'clock in the AC cafeteria right there. I think Cracker Barrel, somebody's getting us a big breakfast right there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know you guys like to eat. I can tell by looking at you, and so we'll be excited to see you guys chow down on Thursday. So congratulations on another quarterfinal win, and excited about the semifinals for you. Let's keep this thing rolling.
Sir.
Yeah. All right. We're going to take another just a quick break. Get Coach Gillum back up here, and we'll be right back live from Universal Pizza out on the Maverick Boulevard.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OAB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team that gets the job done. It's Ford commercial truck season at Ray Varner Ford in Clinton, where our strong lineup is built for power and performance. Step up your game in this new 24 F-150 4x4 Super Crew, $46,997. At 250 cargo van, $50,950. 24 Ford Maverick XLT Hybrid, $28,929.
Local you trust?
Performance you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
Welcome back to the Davey Gillum Show. We're live tonight again at the Universal Pizza out here on the Maverick Boulevard. We just got about 15 minutes here and we'll be finishing up, but they're serving pizza till 10 o'clock tonight, so get out here and get something to eat if you haven't eaten already. Coach, I want to touch back on one other thing before we talk about Macon County. The intro that Pyro Shows, La Follette does, Russ Gill and his crew right there, they're phenomenal. And the gas from 10 Gas, those guys have done it. They've done it all year for us. They've done a great job.
Yeah, Scott Darty, he works with Russ.
Incredible.
Yeah, I don't know how long Scott's been involved with it. It seems like since it's been here.
A long time,
I've been here. But we shoot a lot of CO2.
Yeah.
And he is his company's helped us out.
Pyro Shows brought the big towers. We had CO2 here and there, and then we had sparklers from Pyro Show going off the top.
Yeah, Russ.
First class.
Russ always does a good job, and the painting he did with Veterans Day.
I
mean, he's a big asset to the program and the community and what we're able to do for the kids. And that's what we're trying to do at the end of the day, is create some, like we said, memories and some special things for the kids and community. But it takes some people with some skill. And me and you don't care to work, but we ain't got a whole lot of skill.
I don't have a license to shoot the pyro, that's for sure. But the CO2, I can't do it.
But
I didn't think I opened the canister.
Yeah, Russ does a good job. His vision for what he's wanting to see, and then coordinating that with Coach Moog and the Jumbotron, and getting with Steiner and Pyro Show.
The red zip line, we had that with the little red light that blows the fireworks off the field house.
A lot of time and effort to get all that set up, and then get it all choreographed with music, and then with the kids in the intro. So the dynamic Russ through Pyro Shows brings to the table is makes Anderson County unique anywhere in the country. We love our product on Friday nights, but that's just one of the things that separates us from anybody.
He's the Wizard of Maverick Land right there, not the Wizard of Oz, the Wizard of Maverick Land. Behind the curtains you don't see him, but he's doing it all back there. So he's got it all.
A lot of times we don't even get to recognize him after the game, because sometimes he goes straight to work. Breaking all that mess has got to be broke down. All that stuff. We got to have permits submitted with the state and talk to the local fire department and all that type of stuff. And a lot of schools like the idea of shooting fireworks. They don't even know what goes into that. But we've got a whole season's worth of permits and site plans and things laid out and sent to the state long before the season.
Just wanted to be sure that we recognize Scott and Russ and that whole Pyro Show.
Lanston Hill. Really cool. Lanston got to make it to the E-Town game. We got to recognize the veterans, which was huge. And he's a former veteran. And so that was cool. And then Mike Malakote's involved in everything we do. But him and Lanston are buddies, and him and Russ and Lanston will get on the phone and they'll make special plans for different fireworks shows. And Mike will be like, "Hey, we need to up it this week." And man, and how what a blessing is it to have people like that on your side.
For sure, no doubt. Exciting to see that. Just incredible. I've enjoyed it, and my kids enjoyed it. My family's enjoyed it. I know our community's thankful for it. Just want to take a few minutes to recognize it.
I love the little fellas in the community that get a run out at the end. And just see the look on their face.
My kids got to do that when they were young, growing through the program. Your kids have got to do that, going through the program.
I'm gonna have to get Bella out there next year.
So it's been super fun, Coach. Let's go right to Macon County. Friday's a big game for us, Coach. We're going to leave a little early. We got a bus trip down there. We're going to stop off at Cookeville down there at Tennessee Tech. Got a walk through down there on their game field. Got a great meal planned for the guys right there, and then travel to Macon County. What do you know about Macon County football?
Well, you know, historically, this round has not been as tough as round 3. Last year, Greenville got took by surprise by Upperman.
Yes.
And Upperman went down and played almost the same Pro-Cone team that we beat in the championship.
Yes.
So Upperman seemed to be the real deal. Watching that game, I was unbelievably impressed with how big and physical they were.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it looks like, you know, Macon is the real deal.
Yeah, they are.
It's not going to be a week off. It'll be a semifinal game that it was harder than last Friday night. I never thought I'd say that, just with the respect I have for us and Greenville's rivalry.
Yeah.
But this week is going to be tougher. They're a good team. Got a lot of good players, extremely well coached. The atmosphere is going to be unbelievable. Biggest game in school history for them.
Yeah.
And they're excited about it. I think they said that they're going to bring between 3,000 and 5,000 of their own people.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody.
Yeah, that field, I don't know if you've seen that field or not, Coach. It's tight. There's not a lot of sidelines. It reminds me a little bit of looking at Clinton's field.
Yeah. Very similar to City's.
On both sides.
City
field.
No true parking lot there.
Right in the middle of that. Right in the middle of the neighborhood right there.
It'd be like finding parking at a UT game.
Yeah. I think we saw some parking in the grass, parking at a shopping center or an elementary school right beside there.
Yeah.
Maybe our folks will be parking right there. If you haven't got a ticket on the bus, get on down there. They'll get you there one way or the other. They'll bus you over there from parking, or you can walk over from parking. But they'll get you to the field. Just get there early. It's a 7 p.m. Central Time kickoff, not an Eastern Time. A 7 p.m. Central Time kickoff there, Coach.
But I say that to say every fan we have that can make it, and we always have a good fall. And I know this is a really long trip.
Yep.
We need to do our part as far as atmosphere.
Yes, we need all of Maverick Land to come. We need all the cowbells and all the horns and all the things that you all bring, all the excitement, energy, and the band. We need everybody there to bring that home field advantage to us, which it usually is when we travel.
Yeah. So as far as the football goes with these guys, one of the best offenses we've seen. It's different.
Yeah.
You know, I feel good playing good offenses, and this is a little different. It's a wing tee hybrid, a gun variation with some under center things. They're extremely good at it. O-line's really good. They got a Mr. Football semifinalist in the backfield, and his twin brother.
They're going to announce that here. Brett, have they done that already, or does it come at 7:30 Central Time, doesn't it? I think it does on that Mike Keith show. I think they're doing that Mr. Football tonight, so we'll know tonight if we have a Mr. Football.
The offense is unique, and it's something we haven't seen.
Right.
It's not a traditional, pro style or spread system that we've seen year in, year out for over a decade now.
Yeah.
This will be the first time, so it's hard to, just like academy schools in college, you don't want to play them with a week's notice.
Right.
It takes a while to get ready for that.
Yes.
So we got a week's notice to get ready for one of those outlier offenses that is very well coached, great O-line, and I'm shocked to say this, but maybe the most dynamic skill player we've seen all year.
Yeah, Gabe Borders, I think his name is. Really good player for him, number 7.
He's got a twin brother on the team who's good.
Zach Borders is
really
his brother,
good too.
really good, number 4.
7's special. 4's really good too. But so it's going to be a real test. And the dangerous thing about him is with that style, they have a ton of long touchdowns, but they do have the capability in that style of milking the clock if you're playing good defense. So they're aggressive. A lot like playing a Ray County. They'll go for it on 4th down, so it's hard to get them off the field. You got to get negatives somewhere in that drive to stop them. So I know Coach Chadwell and Coach Lambert's going to have a good plan. It'll be a little different in trying to get ready for this, just because we haven't seen it. Our kids haven't seen it. Then defensively, they're very good, aggressive, physical. Remind me of a Greenville and a Knox West defense where they see ball, get ball. I mean, those kids run to the football.
Too, they run to the ball. Their kickoff team is they're flying to the football.
They're not being forced to. There's 11 people doing everything humanly possible to get to the ball, whether it's in the backfield or 20 yards down the field.
Yeah.
So that kind of effort and physicality. They don't run around blocks; they run through them.
Yeah.
Very aggressive, very physical. The style of football played out in that area right now is completely different than what's played in our area.
Right.
So watching film, there's not a lot of data to really detail a game plan like when we go play a Greenville or an E-Town. They haven't seen anybody that throws the ball like us. And it's more of a spread pro style offense. So, you know, how they want to line up, how they want to play coverage on the back end, we're not sure. We got to suppose, based on a little bit of information we've seen on a play here and there. That's the negative, is there's a lot of unknowns for us. I don't like that as a coach. The good is once we figure it out.
Yes. Waylon LaRue is a finalist for Mr. Football.
Congratulations, Waylon. You have earned it.
Yes, sir.
And that, you know, our guys always say this, but that's a team award. That O-line, that quarterback, 100%. Those receivers, they've done a great job.
I feel really great about that.
That's awesome.
That makes me happy right there for him and for our team.
But they haven't seen passes, so they're not going to be polished DBs. They're not going to be polished in pass coverage. So as long as we can put together a good plan and our quarterback feels good, we should be good.
Well, Coach, we're about out of time right here. We're going to be down at Macon County Friday night, 7 p.m. Central kickoff. We need all of Maverick Land to get down there and watch that ball game. We'll see you next week on the Davey Gillum Show.
Good. Got him.